because we're all in college, I assume that we all can read. But I'm not gonna lie to you, my first impression of Austin was that he couldn't. Because when Professor Fike asked him to read on the board, he was like struggling, and I was like, "What's going on?" When he pulled out his phone and started using that thing as a magnifying glass for the words on the board, I realized that he actually just needs glasses. This assignment was kind of weird because you have to talk to someone you don't really know and start asking them first personal questions as soon as in your first few minutes of your first real conversation with them. So wasn't feeling that one at first, but it was cool because I learned a lot about him. I learned that his family is incredibly important to him, and like me, we both acknowledge that four-legged friends are some of our best family members, so maybe our favorite family members at times. You should see the way Austin's face lights up when he talks about his dog Winnie. And honestly, if she was my dog too, I would light up because she's adorable. She's this little 2-year-old French bulldog that lives back home in Michigan. She and him, or because he got her during the pandemic, they became really, really close really fast. And one of their favorite things to do is go on walks. Well, actually, Austin goes on walks. She rides in a stroller. She's a runner, is how you described it. She, as soon as her paws hit the pavement, she'll like take off. So for safety reasons, she rides in the stroller. Back home in Michigan, with Winnie is his mom and dad, who are his absolute role models. Because they got divorced, things happened, and they had to find a way to pour into their career in order to provide for Austin and their families. Watching them become successful in the business world has greatly inspired him, and he maintains a great relationship with both of them. His mom, who works at a senior care facility, managing it, he's got to go to work with her a lot and just see how much of an impact that she can make on them in her role. And then he also gets to go on cool vacations with his dad. He's in hotel management. They go to super cool places like Florida, Hawaii, the Bahamas. Pretty jealous, I'm not gonna lie. They've inspired him to pursue business, and he's a business major here at Pepperdine. So I think it's cool. And obviously, speaking is not. I don't think it's anyone's favorite, but it's pretty cool that I got to learn about Austin. I definitely learned a lot about him, and in our first interaction at Starbucks, I found myself telling random stories, going on tangents, and then he did the same. I laughed so much, and then I was honestly bummed when I had to go to my little sorority thing and then cut our time short. I learned that on top of loving his family, he is a gracious friend. I was already running late, so he was super gracious about that. He's incredibly generous. He offers to pay for my Starbucks. And then the other day, before class, he was there and shot me a text and was like, "Do you want anything?" Which I thought was incredible. And then I also learned that he's incredibly forgetful. He actually has glasses. They're just in his door. Thank